Welcome to Ask Laura TV. Thank you for coming online once again to watch this episode. And today we will be talking about seasons. Yes, I call it seasons. But I want to quickly do some readings and then we'll talk about it. Do you understand seasons? Not everybody or everything is designed to last forever. Some people have lost jobs which they wish could last forever. Some people have lost friendship or relationship which they wish could last forever. Let's take a dive to Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 10 and 11. In summary, God was saying that as the rain waters the ground and fulfill the purpose for which it was sent, so is my word. It will not return to me void. When the rain comes, you know that it is the season for the rain, and then there is also a purpose for that reason, for that season, pardon me. Bottom line is seasons come to serve a purpose. All right, your autumn, winter, Hamilton, whatever, they come to serve a purpose. There are people who would come into your life for a season and for a purpose. The problem is when you're not able to recognize or seek to understand seasons and the purpose for which each seasons bring, particularly as it relates to people. Let me take that again. I'll read it just to be clear. The problem is when you're not able to recognize or seek to understand seasons and the purpose for which each season brings, particularly as it relates to people. When people come into your life, you must be able to find out the purpose for that friendship and recognize that the fact that it is for a season. Some friendship will last the entire season of your life and some will not. No matter how much you like that person, it will be gross error when you hold on to somebody who is supposed to just last for a season and you wish that person, lasted a whole lifetime. When that happens, you realize that you would have distortions in purpose, and at the end of the day someone is going to be bitter. That's the word there. So you must be able to recognize seasons. You must be able to, there are times when people walk out of your life, and when they do, when things like this, sit back and ask, reminisce and think, was that friendship supposed to last a season? She has come into my life, she has left. Has that season come to an end? It is erroneous when you grab onto people. Some people literally, like cling onto people like plagues or like parasites, and that's like a one-way relationship, and it's not even fair on the other partner. When that happens, recognize seasons, recognize that there are purposes that people serve. You see, when people come into your life and they leave, it could be that maybe the season is over. One thing that we need to learn how to begin to do is to embrace people when they come into our life, but then to seek the Lord, to know the purpose for that person coming into our lives. We need to seek the Lord to know the season that friendship, should or will last. At this point, I'm going to ask you that how can you tell seasons and how can you tell purposes of each season if you do not know the owner of seasons? The Bible says that the entire world, is in the palms of God. He has the whole world in his hand. And if he does that, because he does, have the world in his hands, that means he has seasons and he knows the intents of every man. God has a whole world in his hand. That means that he has the entire season. He has purposes. He knows the intent of every man, because he created everything. How can you then tell except you are in the Lord? How can you know? The Bible says that the heart of man is desperately wicked. Not talking gender now, but talking about mankind. The heart of mankind is desperately wicked. How can you know except you are in the Lord? Except you get to that space when Psalm 32 verse 8 says that I will teach you in the way which you shall go. I will guide you, in the way which you shall go. That is God telling you that he will order your steps according to seasons and he will bring purposes to your heart. There are some people you see and you know that this is a no-no relationship. There are some jobs that offers that you get and you know that this is a no-no. That is God leading you. And I encourage you today to strengthen the relationship that you have with the Lord. The only way you can do this is by asking God. He wants to fellowship with you, which was the primary reason that He created us. How can you do this? By getting into His Word, by speaking, spending time with the Lord. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Goodbye, and I pray to see you soon.